Hey everyone, my name is Allison Hill and this is Rockin' Reviews. So today is my first album review. I'm really excited. It is Lit the Sail by Yellowcard. It came out last week, October 7th, 2014. I apologize, I am a little late on this. But just to give you a little bit of a background for Yellowcard, they're from Jacksonville, Florida. Their genre is considered pop punk, rock, alternative rock. So for this album review, I'm going to do track by track. I'm going to rate each track, and I'm also going to sum up the whole album and give you an overall average score for this album. So with that being said, let's start. So the first track on this album is Convocation. It is strictly instrument. It's mostly violin. It is so beautiful. I love it, even though it's just music. It's beautifully played. It's slower, and it sets a positive tone for this album. It makes you understand the cover of the album and the meaning behind it, and where exactly they might be getting this from. And it really sets that tone. And the album cover is of a boat, a ship on the waves, and you can definitely understand where the sail is going to be coming from. So for this first track, for Convocation, I give it a 10 out of 10. So the second track on the album, Transmission Home. It is heavier than their usual music. I was really excited when I heard this. It's more of a rock sound, which I know they're going to try to do for this whole album. I heard about it and I was extremely excited for it. There's a great part in the middle with piano and violin, and it's mostly like a solo, and it's awesome. I'm impressed with this song, and it has a different feel and sound, like I said, and it's inspiring. It has inspiring lyrics. So I give Transmission Home a 10 out of 10. So for the third song on this album, Crash the Gate. The lyrics are very strong and they're very well written. There's a lot of conviction behind it, a lot of emotion, intensity. The title of the song gives you the feeling of intensity right off the bat. When you hear Crash the Gate, you know the song is going to be definitely on the more intense, not really soft side. You know that. So it's definitely on the heavier side again. It does have more of the feel of what we heard in the beginning of the album. So I give Crash the Gate a 10 out of 10. So for the fourth track on this album, it's called Make Me So. It reminds me a lot, actually, of Plus 44 music, which I love. If anyone who doesn't know who Plus 44 is, it has a couple of members from Blink-182. Came out, they were around a little while ago. And it definitely reminds me of that. The lyrics are great in this song, in the phrases that are being used. It talks about tough love. That's kind of where the song is going. And it's the same sound as the first couple of tracks, but they're a little bit different. So as much as I love this song, I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. Make Me So, 9 out of 10. So the fifth track on this album is One Bedroom. The slower of the songs on the album. Definitely one of the slower ones. It's a sweet, loving song, romantic feelings to it, pretty simple lyrics that anyone can understand. You don't have to interpret it really. And there's great violin sounds and acoustic guitar that just match it perfectly. So this is definitely, for me, One Bedroom is definitely a 10 out of 10. Definitely one of the songs I'm really, really excited for, and I will listen to over and over again. So number 6 on the album, Fragile and Dear. Another slower song. Beginning reminds me of the beginning of the Postal Service song called Such Great Heights, if you know who the Postal Service are. They're good lyrics. Losing something that means a lot to you is what the meaning behind the song is. Has a great violin solo, again, in the middle of the song. I do have to give it a 9 out of 10. So Fragile and Dear, I'm going to give a 9 out of 10. So the 7th song on the album is Illuminate. Once again, they're great lyrics. Amazing. Yellowcard is doing phenomenal on this album with great lyrics. Remind me a little bit actually of something All Time Low would do. Definitely. So a little bit more of an All Time Low feel. So we have a couple of different artists that are influencing The middle of the song has a great rock part with guitar and drums. The ending of the song actually goes really soft, and it has Ryan Key, the lead singer, singing, and it really sums up the song when it goes from, being really crazy and then it goes to being a little bit soft. So Illuminate, I'm going to give a 10 out of 10. So the eighth song is Madrid. It's a slower song, and it definitely, when I heard it, I knew that it had that plain white tees vibe to it. It's very simple lyrics, but the vibe is very different from the other songs on the album. I'm a little bit confused by this song. I think they could have done without, in my personal opinion. So I give this Madrid, I give it 8 out of 10, and I think this for me is my least favorite track. So, unfortunately. So number 9 on the album is The Deepest Well, featuring Matty Mullins of Memphis Mayfire. No one saw that coming. Great intense lyrics, and the music is heavier, like the songs that are in the beginning of the album. Matty, I think, is a great addition to this song. It fits right in. You never really would know, but it's perfect. And it's definitely one of those in-your-face kind of songs about not giving up. And I give The Deepest Well a 10 out of 10, and I also am going to give it my favorite track award. So this one is definitely, The Deepest Well is definitely my favorite track on the album. So number 10 is Lift a Sail, and it's actually the title track for this album. Love the feel of this song. Talks about being ready now in life, being able to do everything that you wanted. Really tells a story and has a great theme. Love how the cover goes so well with this album. The art, the cover of the art, all that is fantastic. It really flows. And it honestly, I think it could be a great soundtrack song for an uplifting kind of movie. So I give Lift a Sail a 10 out of 10. So number 11 on the album is called MSK. It has an older Yellowcard sound that everyone loves. It sounds triumphant and uplifting, but the weird part is that the lyrics are about missing someone and not seeing them. So there's a little bit of a confusion going on here, I think. It gets to be a little bit repetitive, actually. The lyrics are a little bit repetitive, which I'm not a huge fan of. So I give MSK an 8 out of 10. So number 12 on the album is My Mountain. It reminds me a little of Dashboard Confessional. So we have a little bit of a different sound going on. And I love how uplifting and positive the song is and the lyrics. It talks about being with someone now, and everything matches up with it, within the lyrics and the music and all that. I give My Mountain a 9 out of 10. And number 13, the last song on the album, is California. It's a great ballad, and it's a great song to end the album with. You can hear the old and the new Yellowcard mixed into one. I love that. I think that's so awesome. I wish it mixed more violin into it, because that's the kind of song that it is. But I absolutely love this song. California, I give it a 10 out of 10. Brilliant job. So now to wrap up the whole album review. So I gave this album review, this album, a 9.5 out of 10. So fantastic, great album by Yellowcard. I was really, really impressed. Great songs with great lyrics. I don't think they really could have done a better job. There was a couple songs here and there that could have been better. They were all right. I don't think they really matched with everything else on the album, but great job overall. And you can tell that they're maturing and their lyrics are absolutely showing that. So I think it's a great job on their part. 9.5 out of 10 for Yellowcard. Lift a Sail. And that is it for my album review. Thanks guys for watching.